What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Andrew Sendejo swoops in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. In early 2nd and long they're facing. Here's Wilson to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Carson. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 39, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. 43-yard line. Hey, Ken.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. On 1st down, Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knock.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 79 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Well, this is a good window right here, partner, to wish happy holidays to everybody out there in Madden Land, and happy holidays to you and yours as well.
Same to you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, however you celebrate the holiday season.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of, what is your favorite holiday song? Because I know in the elevator on the way up, we heard Feliz Navidad, and you went into the fetal position.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I feel bad about that because, it's a big hit and all, but it's not my favorite. Silver Bells, as done by Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
My favorite.
That's classic. I'd have to go Burl Ives, Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. Always puts me in a jolly mood.
I love that because when we watch some of the Christmas specials, there's Burl Ives as the narrator.
Watch the safety creep.
On third down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing is Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. Bailey's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
He's got it at the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Listen, and oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. This will be fielded at the 17.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. Left side caught by Diggs. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Olabisi Johnson there to make the grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. They run it again with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Dalvin Cook stripped, the ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
A loss of 16 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the shotgun, Wilson. Room to run past midfield. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now it's Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his... Clubs here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run, Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 29-yard attempt.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played